With their rocket, you know, back when in the 50s, you look at the comic books and see Captain Marvel and all this stuff, and the space age stuff that we don't even think nothing about. People taking off to the moon this day and time, and Oldsmobile was just way ahead of their time,
right,
with some of their ideas and designs.
Now, how many of the 50 Oldsmobiles like this do you see at shows? I know you take it to a lot of shows.
I haven't seen any.
I've seen some Chevrolets, 50-mile Chevrolets, 51 Chevrolets. You don't see a lot of the Oldsmobiles.
Well, the trouble...
I've seen a Pontiac, a couple of Pontiac 51s.
Olds had a lot of trouble back in the early days when the engine got a little time on it, got hot, 6-volt battery wouldn't start it, and then it come out with an 8-volt battery. That helped a little bit, but there's so many of the steel mills around throughout the South eat them up because people just got tired of fooling with them, and
they went to crushing.
They went to the crushers.
That car don't look real big, but out on the road it probably rides like a dream because it's a heavy car.
Yeah.
A lot of vehicles, people don't realize that this day and time, I've got an Avalanche pickup, you know, and you think it's metal, but it ain't. It's fiberglass. The whole back end of it's fiberglass, the whole thing. But, you know, people think they're metal, but they're not. When you get back in, it's all metal when you get this year.
4,400 pounds, I believe, what it weighs.
Yeah. And 4,400 pounds is a lot of weight.
Transmission weighs as much as anything. It's cast iron transmission, hydromatic. It's no oil. There's no water cooling at all to it. It's self-contained.
So it cools itself?
It cools itself some way or another.
Yeah, I bet that transmission is heavy.
She's stout.
Yeah, you can't hurt it. Now, where are you from?
Yeah, Tower.
So you had a pretty good drive over here today,
Yeah,
too?
I enjoyed it. We come down the back way and saw all the scenery.
And you actually drive it everywhere you go to the car shows and all. You don't haul it?
No, I built it to drive and enjoy the show.
Well, I tell you what, it's a good-looking vehicle. Appreciate you being on the show.
Appreciate you having me.
We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toys, and I got a little Chevy 2 Nova coming up. Guarantee you hadn't seen one. You hadn't seen one on Big Boyz Toys in 3 years, because last I seen one was Biloxi, Mississippi. We'll be right back. Minton Home Center and Signature Homes of Oxford is your #1 locations to purchase that dream home you've been waiting on. From single wides, double wides, even triple wides, Minton has the manufactured home for everyone. They have land home programs with little or no money down financing. With a combination of over 30 homes on both locations, they have the home for just any type of budget. Stop by Minton's today. If you want to see the elite homes of 2006, stop by Signature Homes on 78 and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. Let me tell you about the best kept secret in Northeast Alabama. Cider Ridge Golf Club in Oxford, Alabama is one of the most beautiful golf courses you will ever play on. They have a pro shop with special prices on some of the most popular name brands of golf and equipment. With the banquet room and staff, they can also handle any type of golf tournament or just a corporate or small group function. Lonnie Reese, the PGA Pro and manager, also has golf lessons for people of all ages. Call or visit Cider Ridge Golf Club today. Tell them you heard about them on Big Boyz Toys and receive a special discount on that next great round of golf. Big Chiefs RV sells parts and service right here in the old Anniston Airport building. Anniston Airport Boulevard, Oxford, Alabama. I tell you what, any kind of camper, RV, motorhome, you name it, Eddie Brown and his staff have it. From Gulfstream, Timber Lodge, Ford Trail, Genesis, they got all parts and accessories. Anything you need accessory-wise for your RV or your camper, they have it right there. Give Eddie a call today at 1-800-335-3617. Tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to call. You know, Piggly Wiggly, that's a name you've heard ever since you was a child. I've heard it since I was a child. It's a grocery store above all grocery stores. It has just about anything you want in the Piggly Wiggly stores. Go by the local Piggly Wiggly store in Odenville, Center, Cedar Bluff, Collinsville, and the brand new store down in Asheville, and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by, and you want to see how much money you can save on your grocery bill. They have a meat department and a fresh produce department in each and every store, fresh produce each and every day, and they cut their meat right there on their location. Tell them I sent you by. Next vehicle, Steve and Joe Allison, 1962 Nova. Steve, welcome to Big Boyz Toys. You must be Joe.
I am.
Any kin to Bobby or just ranch kin?
I reckon.
Tell me about your Nova, because I told him when I seen him out there come up, I talked to him about his car before we come up, and I told him, you never see these convertibles around, these Novas. He said, well, I know where 4 of them's at. Tell me about your car.
Well, I need to let her tell you about finding this car.
All right, tell me how you found the car.
Well, he found it on a farm in Georgia, and it belonged to my brother's brother-in-law. And we asked him if he'd like to sell it, and he said he didn't know. He was a preacher, and he said that if the good Lord wanted him to sell the car, that he would send him a buyer. So his wife got on the phone and called my sister-in-law up and told him for us to give him a call. So the good Lord had a little help.
Oh,
Lord had a little help.
I bet he did, though, when you called and said, I want to buy the car. He said, oh, Lord, that's quick. What all did you do to the car? What kind of shape was it in when you got it?
The car was good and straight, but it had to have floor pans. I put the floor pans. I done all of it except the paint and body work. And some of the work on the paint under the hood and stuff, I done all of that. I can paint, but went in a shop up there in Anniston. I told him when I seen the car, I said, we're not cutting and buffing that car. He said, it'll make it slicker. I said, it's slick enough.
Yeah.
And Edwin Garnett, he had a lot to do with parts and stuff. You probably know him.
Yeah, Edwin's a good friend of mine. I know Edwin real good.
Yeah, he still got a yard full of noses.
Now, how long did it take y'all to do all the work to it?
It took me a little over a year.
A little over a year.
But what I done, I had the floor pans in it and I retired. And I went to work just like I was going to work every day.
So you just went out the shop and went to work on the car like you was punching in?
And then some days I'd take me a day, get tired of it.
Did she pay you good when you was going out working?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hey.
I had to go get a part-time job to finish paying for that.
He was retired. He
Right.
wasn't going back to work?
No.
Are you familiar with POR 15 rust paint?
Yeah.
You can't, if you get it on you and it dries, you can't get it off of
Right.
it. She told me she'd help me on this car if I'd buy that convertible, because I was supposed to bought a Chevy 2 from Edwin. Well, she got down there one night and went to paint POR 15. She is up under it now, and she got her a spot right there. She wore it 3 weeks.
I had a beauty mark till it washed off.
3 weeks, paint spot. Yeah, that stuff don't come off.
No, it doesn't.
But you got a finished product. Where y'all from?
Right here between Croston and Bradford, Alabama.
So y'all actually drive it to all the car shows and cruises. You don't haul it.
Only time that car's hauled is to the body shop. And
Oh, when somebody steals it.
Right.
Well,
They might drive it off.
I carried a transmission shop where it wouldn't be hot when they could finish up on transmission.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, we drive it.
Now, who did the interior for you?
Everybody's had a hand in it.
Yeah.
And
Just a little bit of everybody worked on it.
I put part of it in, and
Now, what size motor did you say they had in it now?
it's got a 350.
350. They come with a 6-cylinder. And 6-cylinder push them cars pretty quick because ain't no weight there and ain't nothing to it. And they're, like I was telling you, they're sharp little cars. You might see a hardtop every now and then, hardly ever see a convertible. Biloxi, Mississippi 3 years ago was the last time I seen a convertible.
It was white too, but
A little white one.
Most of them are white and red.
And then you have to change the color the way you want it.
this car was light blue, and I've always liked that color there. It's got a white top, and everything worked real good.
Everything kind of matches up. Good looking Nova. Appreciate you being on the show. Young lady, thank you for coming up,
Thank
Joe.
you.
We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toys.
Let me tell you a place right here on Highway 431 North in Glencoe that has everything you need in one location. S&S Smoke Shop and Spirits has everything from cigarettes, cigars, and the largest selection of your favorite cold beverages. They have all types of liqueurs and any type of mixes you need for your next party to make it a great success for you and your friends. They also have novelty items such as candles, die-cast cars, and the smallest gift to the largest gift for that special occasion. Stop by today and see Kathy or one of her sales staff. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. The next time you plan a special event of any kind and you need portable toilets, hand washing stations, or the holding tanks, Max Vax here in Oxford, Alabama on Hamrick Drive is the ones you turn to. They operate 24/7 and have several trucks, about 40 of them, and can handle all of your portable sanitation needs from start to finish of your special event. So call Rhonda, Chad, or Randall today at Max Vax and tell them Barry Miller told you to give them a call. Ray City Diner, exit 168 off of I-20 on Highway 77 right there in Lincoln, Alabama. Best steaks around. I tell you what, Wanda McKeag and her staff have great food in this restaurant. They are open 24 hours a day, breakfast served 24 hours a day. Each and every week, steak special. You guys working down in that area, she has lunch specials each and every day. Also, now through October, bike night every Tuesday night from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Tuesday night. You guys bring the bikes out, listen to music, enjoy the great food. We'll see you at Ray City Diner in Lincoln, Alabama.
The next vehicle, Buell Blackman, a 1925 Ford Buell. Welcome to Big Boyz Toys. And your name, ma'am?
Beverly Templin.
Beverly Templin.
And who?
Kathy Blackman, wife.
Kathy Blackman, the wife. She's the one sitting in the car. It's so hot, she's got the air conditioner on, she don't want to get out. Tell me a little bit about your car, Bill.
Well, it's a 327 Corvette, engine, 300 horse, T-bucket.
All of the paint on it, all of the pinstriping was done by Big Daddy Ed Ross. It's got documentation to go with it.
Right, that's where. Where's he from?
Oh yeah, he's in California.
California. And what made you pick the bucket truck, Bill?
It just caught my eye, you know. It's, as they say, a big boy's toy.
That's right.
I had to have it.
Was she driving it?
Yeah, I let her drive.
Oh, you let her drive. I was going to say, she's sitting there driving, smiling like everything. So,
Yes, she likes it.
does she get on it any?
Oh, yes.
And you sitting in there and let her get on it?
No, not with me.
Oh, you get out when she gets on it.
Yes,
She might not go too fast because them little bitty tires on that trailer. She'll run them tires plumb off that trailer.
yes.
Now, it's got a 327 Corvette engine. Now, did you help build the car, or did you find it like that, or what?
I found it that way at estate sale.
And, it's already painted and everything like
Yes,
that.
sir.
So, somebody passed away and did a lot of work on the car.
Yes, sir.
Now, you from here in this area?
Yes, sir. Gardendale.
Excuse me. Gordon, now, where's that located?
Gardendale.
Gardendale, okay. I come by it,
Came through there.
coming in here this morning because I come up the interstate to
Yes.
get here. So I come through Gardendale getting in here this morning. Where's some of the shows and all you go to with the car?
I have showed
Excuse me.
it.
You hadn't showed it yet the first time?
Yes, sir.
Well, she hadn't drove it much because there ain't no dents. Well, she ain't got much to dent. Her tires are going to hit before the car hits.
True.
So she can't dent a lot. Now, this is your first time at a car show with it.
Yes, sir.
And anything you want to do to the car besides drive it? I mean, any cosmetics or stuff that you want to do yourself?
No, sir.
Just leave it like it is.
Yes, sir.
Just-
I want to sell it.
Excuse me.
Everybody's interested.
Oh, you want to sell it?
Yes, sir.
So it's actually for sale if somebody wants it.
Yes, sir.
And she'll drive it to them. If they need be, you'll deliver it.
Yes, sir.
Because really, the people watch the show, they're going to be in the state somewhere. Let some of the Florida people that's buying tape see it. Who they need to contact if they want to buy it?
Buell Blackman, 205-631-0059.
0059 if they're interested in it. Now, how long have you had it?
6 months.
About 6 months.
So you ready for something else?
Yes, sir.
Does she want something with air conditioning?
Yes, sir.
Easy interview. You just yes sir and no sir. That's pretty easy. And everything goes just like it is. You'll sell the cart too.
Yes, sir.
I'd pull that cart behind the Harley if it was my Harley if it was burgundy but the wrong color.
Yes, sir.
I see you got a Harley hat on too.
I've got a Harley.
Oh, you like it better than you do this?
Oh, yes, sir.
You got air on it? There's plenty of air on that. I know.
Plenty.
You got
Wide
plenty.
open.
Oh no, I don't go wide open. I tell people all the time, they say, Barry, you ride a motorcycle, you won't get hurt. I said, look, my Harley's for making a lot of noise and real pretty and go slow. So if I got to jump off of it, I always ride on the outside. I never ride on the inside. When I ride with a bunch of people, I ride on the outside. And the guy said, why you do that? I said, if I can slow it down to about 20, I'll take the grass and roll. Try my best to roll. That pavement hurts.
I've been there.
So I'll hit the grass and roll. Tell you what, good looking truck. Appreciate you being on the show. Appreciate you coming up, ma'am.
Thank you.
And ma'am, I know you were scared to get out of the truck, but appreciate you driving it up here anyway. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys. First of all, I want to thank you for watching Big Boyz Toys because it's you people watching the show and the sponsors that makes Big Boyz Toys. You see the sponsors on this backboard? These sponsors are what bring Big Boyz Toys to you each and every week. I mean, if you need anything, carpet, car, painted, whatever, any sponsor on this backboard that you need, give them a call today. Tell them you watch Big Boyz Toys, you appreciate them sponsoring the show, and you want to use their services. Also, we're getting our calendar ready for 2006. If you're watching this show, I don't care if you're in Tuscaloosa, Huntsville, Decatur, Coleman, wherever you're at, you've got a car show coming up in 2006, you'd like for us to come in and film at your car show and try to help bring more cars in there, give me a call today, 256-283-4404. And if I don't have something booked that day, guarantee you we'll try our best to come to your car show. So give me a call today. Thanks for watching.
Bates Food Mart right on Quintard Avenue, right beside China Luck before you go into Anniston.
BP dealer for this area. Stop by and see Victor or Danielle Bates today for all of your convenience store needs. They have cigarette specials each and every week. Coke specials, whether it be the 12-pack or the liter, they're always on special at Bates Food Mart. Hey, also you notice he's got just about anything you need in that store. Snacks, cold beer, wines, all kinds of wines, specialty wines. Stop by today, see him, tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. Talladega Auto Parts, Battle Street, Talladega, Alabama is your #1 home-owned and operated parts location for any makes or models. They have a complete line of lawnmower and 2-cycle engine parts, large selection of tools, any kind of tool you need for that special job. They have it right there at Talladega Auto Parts. Fluids, they got all types of fluids. They even mix the paint. You're going to paint a car, they can mix the paint right there at Talladega Auto Parts on Battle Street. So give them a call today, 256-362-1770. Tell them I told you to call. McCleskey Brothers is your #1 stop for everything you need to make that car of your dreams become an envy of everyone who sees it. They cater to auto body shops, but they also help the do-it-yourself people who want to work on their cars themselves. From DuPont Paint, 3M products, McGuire products, and the hottest thing on the market, Hot Hues, they have everything right there. They also have all the supplies such as paint guns, buffers, buffing pads, molding, even a large selection of pinstriping. With 2 locations to serve you, they cover most of Northeast Alabama. Give them a call today at any one of their locations and tell them Barry Miller told you to call.
Looking for great savings on new and pre-owned cars and trucks? Then head on over to Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC. Our courteous and knowledgeable sales team is ready to show you our huge selection of cars and trucks at out-the-door prices. Don't settle for our competition's offer. At Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC, we're committed to sales, service, and customer satisfaction. So head on over to Ron Newton's. We'll treat you right. That's Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC, top of the hill, Quintard.
You know, sometime during your life, everyone has to make decisions of the proper insurance to buy, whether it be business insurance, auto insurance, homeowners, motorcycle, motorhome, campers, even your antique vehicles. West Insurance Agency is your independent dealer for this area right here on Hamrick Drive in Oxford. They have plans for any type of driver regardless of your driving record. Steve and his staff represent several different companies and they can get the right plan for you. They have a slogan: when you see us, don't think of insurance, but when you think of insurance, think of us. Give them a call today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz told you to call. Sometimes the most innocent people have problems with the legal system. When this happens to you, a family member, or even a friend, I've got your answer. Kenny Bond Bail Bonds right on 14th Street in Anniston can help in most all situations. Their slogan is no bond is too large or too small. Stop by or give Kenny, Becky, or Doug a call today. Tell them Barry Miller sent you by. You know, they also says on their card, their service is fast as lightning. Give them a call today, 237-9996. Hey everybody, it's Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz. On behalf of Alice Martin, her husband Greg Norton, and the campaign staff of Alice Martin for probate judge at Democratic primary, she would like to thank everyone for voting for her on June the 6th. It was a great turnout in voting, and Alice received over 60% of the votes in the Democratic primary. Remember, November's coming up, and she is running for probate judge on the Democratic primary, so come back out in November and vote for Alice Martin, probate judge, Calhoun County. Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware in Oxford and Talladega, Alabama is your #1 location for all of your home building needs or just that special project around the house. They have items from the smallest nail to the biggest truss on top of your roof and everything in between. They can take blueprints of your new home and supply everything needed to build that home from start to finish. And the special thing about it, Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware, they deliver everything they sell. They also have all types of power tools and general tools for any type of job. So stop by one of the locations today, either Oxford or Talladega. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. Next vehicle, Wayne and Susie Patton, a 1949 Cadillac. Something you ain't never seen on Big Boyz Toyz. Welcome to the show. Susie, welcome to the show. And this is Roscoe. You people can't see Roscoe. Roscoe is here you go. Here, this is Roscoe. He's
Overgrown Yorkshire.
Huh?
Overgrown Yorkshire.
Overgrown Yorkshire, and he's a car show fanatic. He really likes it down here at the food tent. Tell me a little bit about your Cadillac.
Well, I've owned it about 6 years and never thought I would see another one, much less own one. I actually went into a friend of mine's business, Alabama Antique Auto, and looking around one day with a friend and saw it covered up in plastic. And I said, well, I got to know what it is. It's awful big. And I raised the plastic up and like to passed out. I said, oh, me. We negotiated a deal, and I traded a sack full of Chevrolets for it.
Sack full of Chevrolets.
Money. And money.
We got it back home and started driving it around and enjoying it, and was headed off to Tennessee to a car show in it for the first time, anything long distance. En route, the floorboards get real hot in that car. We're going down the road, and Susie says, boy, my feet are just burning up. And I said, well, when we get up there, I'll buy some insulation to put under the carpet. And sure enough, we made it up there, and I bought the insulation. And about a week later, I get up there and I'm gonna raise the back carpet up and sweep out the old stuff and put in the new. And I raise it up, and there's a letter under there. But you could tell it was a young girl's writing, and hearts drawn on the thing and all, and says, I love this 49 Cadillac. I think she named it Bertha. I read on, and it left her dad's number. And so the next day I got up and I called out there, and just so happened she was at her dad's house, done grown up now. So she'd grown up, so I think she said she was 28, and they just hollered when I told them I had their car, and it was in Alabama, you know.
Yeah.
So we talked on, and he told me all about the car, that it was originally out of Roswell, New Mexico, is where it was bought, that he had actually painted the car himself. Before we hung up, she said, Dad, tell him about the movie. So anyhow, I said, well, what movie? And he said, oh yeah, one of the studios had contacted him and wanted to put it in a movie called The Marrying Man with Kim Basinger and Alec Baldwin. And I thought, well, that's just neat to find that out, you know. So as soon as I hung up the phone, I told Susie about it, and she just tore out to the store and found the movie.
Bought the movie.
And brought it home, and sure enough, about halfway through the movie, here they come over a hill in it. They have an actual chase scene through the desert, chasing the Cadillac. The police are in an old bathtub Nash. And the guy told me, he said, if you'll look close in that chase scene, said they've even got a 49 Cadillac stunt car. They use that in the desert scene. Uh-huh. We've just enjoyed the car and just had a big kick out of that. You know,
what's the scratch on it?
There's a scratch on the hood of the car, or on the dash.
On the dash of the car, it's a scratch on the dash.
That was made from Kim Basinger's high heel shoes. If you ever watch the movie, they're gangsters, and they're throwing her into the car, and these white high heel shoes just lands right there on the dash.
So you decided to leave that scratch out?
I guess I'm going to leave the whole car alone, except for keeping it up.
Well, you got to understand that Kim Basinger was his idol. You know, if any woman was ever his idol.
Any woman's a woman, that was it.
You know, and to have a car that she had rode in, you know, it's just, he's amazed by it.
Anything else you want to do with the car? I know you don't want to change anything on it.
I did rebuild the motor in it. It was just old and wore out.
What kind of motor's in it?
It's a 331 cubic inch V8 with the first year for the overhead valve V8. It was Motor Trend's Car of the Year, and it was the first Motor Trend magazine.
Right.
Yeah, it was Car of the Year because of the overhead valve V8.
Now, when you go to shows and all, you drive it?
Oh, yes. Well, yes, I drive it every time.
Y'all going to Biloxi this year?
Yes.
Oh, we'll be there. Where you staying at?
I never know.
Okay. We're staying at the IP. Well, 5 of us are. 5 of the group, and then 2 of the group's going to be at the Isle of Capri. Yeah. So we'll be there filming at probably the mall. So where are you from?
We're from Coleman.
Coleman. So
yes, just right up the road.
You're watching the show. The car was in the movie, and it's actually right here in Alabama.
That's right.
In Coleman, Alabama.
Yes.
Tell you what, Wayne, good-looking vehicle. Appreciate y'all coming up. Appreciate you coming up.
And old Roscoe.
Roscoe, appreciate you coming up. Roscoe is, like I said, a car show fanatic. He just don't get excited about it much no more. Ladies and gentlemen, while you're watching, thank you for watching Big Boyz Toyz this week. We're Dewey Barber Chevrolet, not the Corvette Club, they're going to shoot me, the Chevelle Club over here in Birmingham. They have a great show each and every year right here at Dewey Barber Chevrolet, right off 65. Like I say, each and every week, remember the sponsors on this backboard. If it wasn't for the sponsors on the backboard, and if it wasn't for the car owners, we wouldn't be in our 5th year and going strong. So if you need any of their services these sponsors offer, give them a call. Tell everybody goodbye.
Bye.
We'll see you next time on Big Boyz Toyz.